Countdown to Kickoff is supported by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental. And I'm also thrilled to announce that ABTV is now supported by Craig International, game-changing procurement efficiency trusted by the global energy industry. With offices worldwide, Craig International continues to be a market leader. Today at Pittodrie, Aberdeen need to put Thursday's disappointment behind them and kick-start their league campaign against a managerless and winless Hibs side. Kick-off is in 1 hour's time. This is what it means to the table. So Celtic have just literally beaten Rangers, so they go back to the top. Don't forget that Hearts host Motherwell this afternoon, also a 3 o'clock kickoff. So depending on results, Aberdeen could actually sneak into the top half of the table ahead of the international break. So we all know what is at stake today. Pittodrie is ready. There'll be a healthy crowd in today. And all we're looking for is a win to kickstart our Scottish Premiership campaign. How you doing, everybody? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Sunday afternoon ahead of the Aberdeen v Hibs game. We're going to get straight into it because Barry has made a couple of changes to the side that lost to Haken on Thursday night. So, Leighton Clarkson drops down to the bench. Connor Barron comes in for him. Shayden Morris goes out. Angus MacDonald, he comes in. So, a very interesting couple of changes there. What do you make of those changes? Because obviously Angus will come in to the back line. So are we looking at a back three, which so many of you were not happy about on Thursday night, or is he going to play a flat back four? So let me know what you think about today's team. That's what Barry has done. Just to reiterate, two changes. Connor Barron in for Leighton Clarkson and Angus MacDonald has come in for Shayden Morris. Just before we get to Dave Galloway, because I've spoken to Dave Galloway, Northsound 1 Sports Editor. He's actually on his way to the game, so we quickly caught up before he left. Just want to give a shout out to Gareth Mackey, who's a huge Aberdeen fan, and he's been a big supporter of the channel, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. If any of you want to have a shout out on the channel, just get in touch. You know how to do it. I'm all over socials, so it's very simple to get in touch with me. If you want to have your say today, absolutely fill your boots. Tell me what you're thinking. Dave and I discussed that sort of irritating noise that's going on in the background. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about the new signings, because obviously we left it very late on Friday night, but we got a couple over the line, which was great. So let me know what you now think of our squad. 13, is it 13? New signings in total is an astonishing amount of players. So today, we will roughly do half an hour or so if we can get that far. If not, we'll just see where we go. But please, leave your comments under the video and I will do my best to read them out. So let's crack on with the show. Now that we know the team news. So I spoke to Dave Galloway, who was at the Haken game on Thursday. He also spoke to Barry after the game, and he's heading to today's game as well to report for Northsound 1. So this is what Dave had to say about today's game and everything else that is going on. Dave, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on, because I know that you're heading to the game today, so I really appreciate it. It's been a wee while, so how are you keeping?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Ali. From a professional point of view and from an Aberdeen point of view, results have been mixed, but I think there are definite grounds for optimism. I've seen the Aberdeen games. Obviously, I've studied them at close hand, and I don't think they're far away, to be honest. I mean, you know, Papa Gay and Stefan Gartenmann, the 12th and 13th signings that Barry Robson has made. He doesn't have a magic wand. They take time to gel together. But I think things are heading in the right direction, definitely.
So what sort of reaction will we see today, do you think?
The reaction I'm certainly hoping for, and the reaction that I believe the manager will be demanding, will be, you know, get a victory, because Aberdeen need to get up and running. When I spoke to Barry after the game on Thursday night, he stressed to me how important it was that Aberdeen get up and running with a victory, get a win on the board, and then push on from there. Because as we all know, there is a bit of noise in the background. There are certain supporters, or should I say supporters, that they overreact after every result that doesn't go Aberdeen's way. So just to keep things kind of quiet in the background, Aberdeen need a victory. But looking at the game, Hibs' confidence, it must be very low. 3 Premiership defeats and an 8-0 pummeling by Aston Villa in Europe. Their confidence must be rock bottom. So without being unkind, I would suggest that Hibs are there for the taking, but Aberdeen must have the right attitude and the right mindset, get the heads up, and get at them from the first whistle.
Dave, I've got to be honest, I'm not a big fan of adding any sort of extra pressure, but I do feel, because of that noise in the background, that it has become almost a must-win game. And I can't believe I'm saying it so early into the season already.
Yeah, we're heading into the international break as well, Ali. The last thing that the Aberdeen fans and players and everybody connected with the club wants is to go in on the back of, even a draw against Hibs, because then the noise levels might just, get cranked up a little bit, and then things will kind of fester on for a couple of weeks. But it'd be great to go into that break with a good solid victory. I mean, I think Aberdeen, what they need to do, they need to learn from Thursday night, and I'm sure they will. They did play a lot of really good football against BK Häcken. There's no doubt about that. Some of the football was excellent, but they let themselves down at both ends of the pitch in key moments. If you're going to get anywhere in any football arena, in any competition, you've got to get it right at both ends. If they can do that, they'll be absolutely fine today.
Brilliant, Dave. Listen, thanks so much. I'll let you go because I know you're rushing off to the game today. So it's lovely to see you. Thanks for coming on. Bye, mate. Bye-bye. Thanks, Dave. So this is what Barry said. It'll be difficult at the weekend against Hibs. They've got some real quality. It was a tough game on Thursday, but we look in good shape. The boys are fit. We need to try and win games of football, and hopefully we can do that on Sunday. He went on to say, last Sunday was a learning curve for the players, going from Europe, going from such a high off a great performance, going from the emotion of that and trying to then perform again on the Sunday. Hopefully, going into Sunday's fixture against Hibs, we can be fresher without any travelling. So that's what Barry had to say. So let's just start getting you guys in, and let's just see how you're all doing this afternoon. So Tatty Tree and Ted has said, hopefully Morris isn't playing. Well, you've got your wish. Adam Stewart has said, Clarkson on the bench, clearly in need of a rest, was our best player on Thursday night, I thought. I thought the boy McGarry was our best player. But it's all about opinions, Adam? Scott W is here. Hi, Scott. He wishes everybody a good afternoon. Let's get the positivity back in the building. No more silly comments about Robbo facing the sack if he doesn't get a result. We need to stick together. Come on, you Reds. I couldn't agree more. Can't be bothered is asking everybody a question. Would you take Rogic for a season? Personally, no. Chilling is on. He's asking how everybody is. As is Kaiser. Chilling has just reminded us that Rangers got beat today. By the way, did you see that moment when they thought they scored and the ref went to the VAR and then didn't give it and they all thought that he did? Really? Come on. Kaiser 1903 has suggested if we don't win today, you can hand Celtic the title now. I think that's slightly premature. John McDonald. If we get a penalty, let Duke take it. He needs his mojo back. Come on, you Reds, he says. Paul C. Ricci has said it's daft asking for a manager's head after a few games. I completely agree. Stephen Morrison is wishing everybody hello. He hopes everybody is well. Come on, you Reds. Michael Taylor is here. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great start to the day with Rangers losing, but we need the 3 points badly. Jason Campbell is predicting a 3-0 win for the Dandies. James McGaskill. Hi, James. How are you? He's wishing everybody a good afternoon. Expected more changes from Thursday to freshen things up, but I think we'll get it done today. Come on, you Reds, he said. Laura McLean has said, afternoon, my fellow sheep. Come on, you Reds. Hugh Cullen is saying, keep up the great work. I'll do my best, Hugh. Thanks for the encouraging words. The Mad Ferret is here. How you doing? Come on, Aberdeen. We can do this, as 3 points are very much needed today. Stand free. Duncan Shand has said, back three with Devlin and McGarry attacking wing-backs. Yep, I'll take that. Scoo Score has said, good changes. Devlin will smash it playing wide. Barron at central midfield is good. Should be Clarkson on the right, not McGrath. Can't be bothered has suggested that he would have liked Saltclair to get a start today. Michael Taylor, Miovski, first scorer, 2-0 Aberdeen, he's predicting. Paul Matthewson has said, team just need to win. Come on, you Reds. Scott W has said, squad-wise, we're looking very strong, I think. We've got the third best, possibly second best squad in the country. Kaiser 1903 has said, I'm assuming everybody here, as in on the YouTube watching now, is giving the game a miss today. I hope you're not. I hope you're just tuned in before you start watching. Or maybe you're going to set off to the game a little bit late. Maybe you just live round the corner. Who knows? Brian C has said, looking at the team, good to see squad rotation to rest players from Thursday. Hopefully Barron has a good game and kicks off his season. There's a good player in there. I do agree, Brian. He kind of lost his way a bit, but I really hope he gets it back. Kaiser has said, Thursday was a killer. I'm surprised there's going to be up to 17,000 in today. Don't be surprised, mate. Sand Rider has said, Barry is going to have a team that will be attack Hibs full on. Yep, I agree with that. Kaiser has gone on to say, we need a victory so we can catch up, not to keep folk quiet. Also take your point. So, as we said, if results go our way today, there is the potential to get into the top half. Right, we shall come back to your comments in just a moment. Keep them coming in. So, let me give you the match stats for today's game. Here we go. So, Aberdeen have failed to win any of their first 3 matches of a Scottish Premiership season for the first time since 2011-12. The Dons have lost just once in their last 14 home league games against Hibs, winning 9 and drawing 4. Hibs have lost their opening 3 matches of a top-flight season for the first time since August 2002. In charge today is David Munro, and VAR is Steve Kirkland. If you can't make it to the game today, here is Dolly Digital's Red Matchday programme cover with the captain on, and that superb and iconic picture from August 1947, when we also played Hibs. That is the back cover of today's Matchday programme. I've still got a couple of bits and pieces to show you a little bit later, but in the meantime, let's get back to your comments. Ian Bruce has said, Dons really need to have a dominant performance today, and the best we can hope for is a few goals with a clean sheet. Scott W has said, it's our 4th league game. It's far from make or break. Obviously, we want to win, but it's not the end of the world, as some make out, if we don't win. Gordon Downey has said, hi guys, let's get behind the team and get stuck into them early. Duke needs to score today, and if he gets one, it could turn into 2 or 3. Phil McLean has said, don't think a draw will be good enough today. Desperately need a win. Jason Campbell has said, this guy doesn't know the difference. Sorry. So, Sandrider's gone on to say, we absolutely need 3 points today. Anything less and something has to be. Hibs are on the ropes after their thumping by Aston Villa. They are. So again, we spoke about this on Friday's post-match show, and SITV Network is just reiterating that point. Why haven't we seen Ordadia? So I must admit, I'm also starting to wonder that as well. Who knows? I genuinely don't know. Is he cutting it in training? Because at the end of the day, Barry will pick his team, obviously with tactics in mind against the team that we're playing, but he's also going to be judging how the players are performing on the training ground and whether they merit a place in the starting 11 or on the bench. So who knows? But yeah, I'm starting to also wonder that. Robert Clarahue, I hope I've pronounced that right, Robert. Hopefully Hibs won't be upping their game to their next manager and we play a blinder and thump them. Neil McDonald is wishing everybody a good afternoon. Clarkson, Morris benched. Surprised Duke held his place. On a real positive, there's a lot of money on the Reds bench. Let's hope the sheep are on fire today. Stand free. Angela Hamilton. Hi, Angela. How you doing? She also wishes everyone a good afternoon. Just finished studying. We'll be relying on my Footy app for the score. Oh, so am I today. So we have sort of an early dinner planned. Going to be able to watch the first half, but then we're heading out as soon as the first half finishes to a local restaurant to meet a bunch of friends. And I don't care how much trouble I'm going to get into and possibly how rude I'm going to be. Red TV will be absolutely loud and clear on one's iPhone this afternoon, sneakily under the table. Wish me luck. Laura McLean has said, we need to have faith in our team and Robson. We need time for the squad to gel together. Some of them are literally just through the door. We've got this. Scott Farquhar has wished everybody a good afternoon. Hopefully Barron can put in a decent performance today. Feel sorry for wee Vinny not getting a sniff. Yeah, again, many of you are also asking that. Skuska is saying, Daddy was a right back. He was only covering other positions because he couldn't get his spot back after injury. Yeah, it's a good point. It is most definitely a good point. Right, so let's just give you a couple of other bits and pieces that I like to do on the show. So as you know, I love my history and all that sort of stuff. And today, Paul Mason, our former midfielder stroke striker, is celebrating a very special birthday. Paul is 60 today, 193 appearances for the club, 37 goals, 2 major honours won. Who will ever forget his 1989 Skull Cup performance, a winning performance as well. And of course, he helped the Dons win the Scottish Cup a year later. He is one of the best guys that you will ever meet. He's extremely humble. I don't know if any of you made it to the night that we had at Pittodrie, over a year ago now, with him and Theo Schnelders. And even though Paul and I had spoken many times before, it was the first time that I'd actually met him. And I was really surprised how humble he was. He's just the loveliest of blokes, and he loved his time here. He speaks so fondly of it. He loves the fans. He loves the club. And sometimes he still, he actually confessed to me that he still really has to pinch himself that he played for Aberdeen and helped contribute to us winning 2 major trophies. He's just a brilliant guy. Andy Watson, our former midfielder, he's 64 today, 135 appearances for the club, 17 goals. And of course, he was a multiple winner with the Dons. Also an absolutely brilliant guy and very much part of the squad that won the Cup Winners' Cup back in 1983. There's also, I'm just going to, the reason I want to mention this is because somebody put it up on Instagram the other day, and it's the first time I've ever seen it. Now, this was the day that the bad blood between the old Rangers and Aberdeen really started to come to fruition in a League Cup clash at Ibrox, because this was the day when John McMaster was on the deck injured and Willie Johnson stamped on his neck, which obviously required serious attention from Aberdeen's physios, and only this past week I've seen this footage for the very first time, and honestly, it's assault. That's what it is. It's a horrific thing to do on a football pitch, and I think Johnston's excuse on the day, if my memory serves me correct, I'm sure he said he thought it was Willie Miller, which is absolutely nonsense and no excuse whatsoever. So what day was that? Sorry, let me just go back. So that was on this day in... Sorry, bear with me. On this day... 1980. On this day, 1980. Right, let's see if there's any more comments come in. Yep, there's got a few more. So, Sand Rider has said, big shout out to everyone in Scotland listening live here from Perth, Western Australia. Good man. The Mad Ferret said, if we don't see you again, we'll know you've been rumbled at the dinner table. As much as I'm looking forward to going seeing some of my pals, I'm actually dreadfully nervous about the trouble that I could get into. So, look, Kaiser's a bit down in the dumps today. But he does make a very interesting point when he said the problem with Barry was that he never learned from their first goal that we conceded over in Sweden. The exact same thing happened for their second goal at Pittodrie. That's right. I agree with that. And for me, it's all about lessons learned. We have to do that. Okay, Neil McDonald said, need a show set aside of how much stick Mr. P gets for his lack of simulating conversation at dinner today. Boy, I'm going to struggle. You've got no idea. And there's a couple coming who I've never met before, and God knows what they must be thinking of me. Laura says, just head to the toilet with a dodgy belly. That's very good advice. I might definitely do that. So I'll let you know how I get on tomorrow. Right, guys, we're going to call it a night. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's preview show. Look, all that's left to say today is, I personally do think that we do need to get a win today because we've got the international break coming up. And, I think we need to go into this international break very much in a positive frame of mind. And just to keep, this noise in the background that we keep talking about, just to keep that there and not make it any louder. So today, look, they are very, very much low on confidence. So we have a fantastic opportunity to really get at them. We don't want to go gung-ho, but it's like what we keep saying, and it's not rocket science. We just have to be on the front foot. I hope Duke sorts himself out today. I hope he has a fantastic game. We absolutely have to take our chances at our side of the park. That goes without saying. I really hope Connor does well today because it's a big chance for him to show what he can do, to sort of show that form that he had 18 months ago. And yeah, let's just see what sort of formation we play today. But I do think it'll be the back three, as some of you have suggested, with the two wing backs. So yeah, look, let's keep it tight at the back. Slobodan, just keep your head. Nothing rash, nothing silly. Just stay calm. Right, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow night with the review show, which will be at 7 o'clock UK time. So all the very best of luck to the lads today. Nothing in the dressing room. Think what's at stake today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stand free.